Good morning. It's another beautiful episode of the Harmonious Family right here on DGTV. Thank you so much for joining us today. My good name is Alice Wanjera Mwangi, and of course with me is Bishop James Gitonga. He's here with me, and we shall be talking about developing yourself as a single person or even as an individual. So today we want to find out, like, what are some of the things that you can be doing even when you're single. So Bishop, karibu sana once more.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and thank you so much for this beautiful time we can share and strengthen each one of us and even empower ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So someone said that our single years are not our waiting years. We are not just waiting to get married or something. So what are some of the things, or as a single person, are you supposed to pursue your purpose first before even thinking about getting into a relationship? Is it advisable to find yourself first, to find meaning in life before getting into a relationship?
Yes. Life is a journey.
Yeah.
And being a journey, it doesn't stop. It means every single day, years are moving.
Yeah.
So you can't say that you have to stop something to begin something else.
Yeah.
Life keeps going on. So for singles, it's not a moment to be able to say that I'm going to stop and wait for me to discover myself when in a relationship. No. As life goes on, you also continue maturing. You continue also growing. You continue discovering, understanding. So life must go on, even when you are single. What it means that the most important days of someone's life are the days when you are single, or the season when you are single. That's the most important time. In fact, just like a farmer, when a farmer is farming and you are plowing the land, when the land is virgin, you are alone, nobody is seeing what you are doing. Just preparing the land. It's nothing to be seen, nothing to be admired, just sand, just dirt, just soil, and the trees and the things that are not useful in the land that are being removed. You only discover that something was being done when the seasons of harvest come.
Yeah.
So life is the same. When you are single, it's we call it is your me time. It's your season, it's your time. It's your time to discover who am I. Is that time that you invest so much to revolutionize yourself or to bring yourself out and to discover your strengths, to know your weakness, to know this is me, these are my strength, to do exploit of that which you have always desired to become or to be. So it's so important that people realize that the single seasons when you are alone, that is your me time. It's your you time. It's that time belongs to you and to yourself. So use it to maximize the self-development and self-growth in both mentally, physical, spiritually, and any other aspect you desire to expand and to grow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So speaking about growing yourself, like economically or anything, sometimes you feel like we are so pressured as single people to come up with these goals that we can't even attain. Yeah. So how does that really affect a single person?
You know, those are pressures of life.
Yeah.
Pressures of life, it's personal. How far do you allow them to bring pressure into your life? You know, I keep saying that we come from different backgrounds. Number one, you must know we come from different backgrounds. We come from different families. We come from different environment. We are not having the same opportunities in life. So the most important thing is not to allow the pressures to push you or to bring stress or to cause you not have a smooth life. the best thing in person's life is to discover who you are and at what season you are and at what environment are you in that particular time. Use what is within that environment to better yourself. For instance, someone in a country, maybe in the Bundus, the resource to develop himself are limited compared to someone who in the city. So what you are saying, you don't just sit, but what is that which is available within your season, within your environment, within your region, within your area. Use that one to empower yourself. Because the most important thing is something is happening. Something is happening. You may not have access to the funds to buy books, but you can make your way to a government library and give yourself 2 days or 2 hours a day or an hour a day and read a book. The point.
Yeah.
You may not be able to access mentors in business. Those major or those we call them cheap kind of business. But within your environment, there might be that local trader who is doing 1, 2 things there. You can sit under that person and you can learn something small. So what you are saying that that season you are alone, put it into practice. You can learn from anywhere and from anybody, as long as value is added into your own personal life. Yes.
But I feel like the society these days has put its own standards. Like we want to be like anybody else out there. So, we are so empty. Like we don't know what to look up for or who to take advice from. So what should be someone's guiding philosophy?
You know, what is happening with this generation, the media has brought up a lot of info and a lot of lifestyles into our public line, whereby every time you have a phone or every time you access any platform that is social, lifestyles, opportunities and things that make you realize that you are behind time, or bring pressure to enable you to think that nothing is happening. Let me give an example. When you take a loaf of bread, a sliced bread,
Yeah.
if you take 1 slice a day, a time, it doesn't take long before the whole bread, you have cleared it. But if you take the whole bread, you know the buffalo, those but at once, you may not be able to take it within a specified time. In fact, sometimes you may even not be able to finish the bread. But if you take a slice within a short period of time, that loaf is gone.
Yeah.
Get the point? It's the same thing with life. Don't try to grab everything at a go. Because you have seen things happening or people ahead of you, and you want to grab at a go.
Yeah.
What it means, it brings pressure to you, and out of the pressure, it brings thoughts that are not positive. Because you must find a shortcut to accomplish that goal.
Yeah.
People end up finding shortcuts. That's why when you get to business, business is not about purpose, not about the end product, is how much am I going to make? How am I going to become rich? When a staff gets a job, when a young person gets an opportunity to get employment, how quick am I going to drive? How quick am I going to move from a bed sitter to a 1 or 2 bedroom flat? The point. How am I going to change my outfits and start wearing design suits? So instead of growing, instead of maturing, instead of expanding, within time, you want shortcuts. So because of that, you try to get means to meet the end that you desire because of the pressure that the media is providing. And before long, you end up messing yourself. So the best important thing anyone can do is to grow. Take a piece at a day. Take a piece at a day. Grow yourself slowly by slowly. In fact, one of my philosophy in life is that I try to do one thing every week. It means a year has 52 weeks. So if I try to do one thing a week that is constructive, that is important, that is changing, it means within a year, I will have accomplished 52 goals, small ones. But at the end of it all, I'll have changed and pulled a mountain down or moved a mountain. Yes.
Okay. So still speaking about pressure, because I see or find that there's so many people who are even committing suicide because of these pressures and everything. Yeah. So how do you get to deal with these kind of pressures? Because, for example, at 25 years old, according to the society, you're supposed to be even married. But you find that sometimes you want to go to school, you want to finish even your PhD, but because of the society pressure and everything, they want, you to be what they want them to be, So how do you get to deal with these kind of pressures?
It's a personal choice. Pressure is a personal choice. It's a personal choice, and I want to repeat again. Matters of pressure is choice. You make a choice. And how do you make a choice? It's based on the environment. What is happening with the current society, or most with our young people, is that we are allowing the things that are happening out there to determine what is happening within ourselves. So who is setting the goals? The most important, who is setting the goal? Who is setting the pace?
Yourself.
Myself. Then if I'm the one who's setting myself, then I have to have a plan. Most of us, we have no personal plan. Because if you have a plan, then you have a path of where you are going. Because you are told, if you don't have a plan, someone else will plan for you. And what is happening with the young people, the society, the media, the social is planning for them. You see, because you don't have a plan. And how do you come with a plan? You must always be able to analyze where am I standing at a particular time. For instance, someone who is coming from an environment which is conducive with a lot of opportunities will have a different platform to start from someone who is coming from a community or an environment where opportunities are limited. Family background. Someone coming from a stable family will have a better opportunity than the person who is coming from a family that is humble in resources or in other areas of opportunities. So where we began from a different platform. There are people who struggle, who work to be able to finish Form 4. To others, it's a way of life, it's smooth. After high school, going to college, some are paid by parents, by relatives, by community to attend the tertiary or university college. Well, others, you work for yourself to be able to attain that, to go to school. Now, you see, what you are saying, those are two different setup that someone is stepping in to begin the next phase of life. So you can't compare someone who has to go to work in the morning and attend the evening classes because he has to pay for himself. You can't compare with someone who wakes up in the morning and goes to school because everything has been taken care. So you will find that someone at 24 has finished his first degree, and maybe by 25 is in the second or even the third degree. Well, at 27, someone has not yet finished the first,
Even the diploma.
even a diploma,
Actually, yeah,
because
it
of
happens.
background. You get the point?
Yeah.
So what am I saying? Don't allow the society to set their pace for you. Set your own pace.
Yeah.
Set your own path. Have a plan. Plan for yourself. Plan for yourself. That's why the Bible says that once you plan, once you have a plan, then submit it to God.
Yeah.
And the Bible informs us that God will enable you to accomplish it.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is to have a plan, because if you don't have a plan, someone else will plan for you.
Yeah. So again, I feel like sometimes there is this. People are so empty.
Yes.
Like you don't even have something to look up for. So you just take anything, any advice from everyone. But I feel like, again, the word of God is the only thing that can shape your life. Maybe you being a bishop,
Yes.
you can talk about that.
Yes. And that's a very nice question.
Yeah.
Because mentorship is so important.
Yeah.
One thing that I've seen in our generation, we lack mentorship.
Yeah.
We lack mentorship. We lack what we call family setups. During our tenure as young people, we grew where community was the family. You actually belong to a community. If you misbehave, even before your parents get to know, your aunt or your neighbor has already punished you and brought some sense in that which you are doing.
Yeah.
So your parents will be informed in the evening or when they come that so and so did A, B, C, D, but the discipline has taken place.
Yeah.
And in fact, if it's even if it was worse or something that requires further discipline, your parents now will go a step further to bring some sense again into that which you have gone through. So that's how it was. We used to have aunties that if you misbehaved or something messed up with yourself, you'd be referred to your auntie or to your uncle for direction.
Yeah.
We had mentors and community leaders in local assemblies, or what you call churches today, that would take that initiative to be able to provide guidance to the young people. That concept is no longer existing today. So our young people in this generation lack mentorship.
Yeah, they do.
They lack mentorship because there are no persons providing that mentorship. Those aunties are no more. Those family setups, those family gatherings, they are coming smaller and smaller. They don't happen as regularly as they used to happen. Whereby someone will leave from one place to go, where someone will leave their home and go and stay with the uncle or auntie during holidays. It's not happening anymore. The social media has become our source of mentorship. And because of that, a lot has is not happening. What I'm saying that our young people are not getting mentorship. Because of lack of mentorship, that's the reason why we have what we have today, where we have young people who are not having a sense of direction.
Yeah.
Young people who don't understand even who they are themselves. Young people who don't even understand basic life skills. So it begins with the basic life skills. You know, sometimes we think that mentorship is about the big things. No, it's about simple things. Our parents in our generation happen to have gone through so much during their upbringing. So they believe by providing that mentorship or that guidance, those life skills to the young people, they are going to punish them, or they are making their life so hard.
Yeah.
So they want them not. See what they are saying, that we don't want our children to go through what we went through. What actually you are doing, you are denying that child an opportunity to get a tool of life.
Yeah.
We have young people who cannot cook, cannot wash their clothes, who cannot do a simple budget of what to buy and what not to buy. So those basic things, that's where mentorship begins. Rules in the family, they are no more anymore. How to dress, what time to sleep, what time to what kind of movies to watch. So inaanzanga hapo. It starts from there. So those small things, that's where the mentorship is brought up. That's where the sense of purpose, sense of direction, sense of guidance, paths of life are created. So it's the high time that we get back to the basic roots.
Okay. All right. So for now, I think we're going to take a very short commercial break. But I feel like I've learned like you're supposed to be, setting your own pace as a single person, as an individual. That is one thing that I've come to really understand at the first session. Of course, we're going to be digging deep into matters self-development, and that is what we're basically doing here, right, with with Bishop James Gitonga. So make sure that if you have any question for Bishop, please send them in on our social media handles: DGTV Kenya, Facebook, Instagram. Most subscribe to our YouTube channel, because this show, of course, it's going to be put there. So don't go anywhere.
Correct.